For sure, you watch some self-improvement YouTubers because you want to be a better version of yourself. But it's a one big problem with them and with knowledge they share with you. And funny is that they all do the same thing, which is unbelievable for me. Their life advices are not really related to the success you want, and real success has nothing similar with their knowledge. First question we should ask yourself is, how self-improvement YouTubers make money? Answer is actually easy, from ads, sponsorships, courses, and from paid communities. But it's one issue with it. At the beginning, let's talk about paid communities and why I think they're useless and worthless. Paid communities involve paying for membership in such a community, most often as a monthly subscription. This price can be quite high for normal users, sometimes is even $150 monthly. At first, it seems like a nice option for people who want to have better connection with the founder of community and for people who just want to meet people who are on the same path as they. But it's not. That's because a lot of people are not in the same industry as you. What mean that these connections are not necessary or even useless. But even if in your community are some people from your industry, still everything is online. Online friendships are not that valuable like real-life friendships, because in this case, you can't even get to know their real personality. That's why it is irresponsible to create a business with online friends. The situation is slightly different in the case of thematic communities for a given group of people. Members there are from your industry, and this kind of communities can actually help you building connections. But it's a more effective way to meet these people, by just texting them or meeting people from your local area. In my opinion, it's not worth to pay $150 monthly to be just a member of this communities. Thing I'm going to tell you now may offend a lot of you. The real purpose of the founders of these communities is to make money by them, not to help you and give you value. Situations where someone become rich because of joining this kind of communities are not real. There are more effective ways to educate people than worthless paid communities like courses, which are actually valuable. If it's a good course, you will learn more and faster than a member of paid community. So, I think that investing in courses has much more value than these paid communities. The conclusion is that paid communities are profitable and they are not created to help you. They are created to make money. Another thing that is incorrect is the knowledge they give you. This thing may shock you, but now I'm going to explain it. Let's see the video's topics. They all are about dopamine detox, monk mode, money, relationships, and dating. It actually looks like awesome video topics and probably they're valuable. But the answer is not that obvious. To make you better understand it, imagine the most successful and rich people from this planet. Let's imagine, for example, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, and Bill Gates. Or even if you're the content creator, you can imagine, for example, Mr. Beast. Then let's check their interviews and about what they talk about. Do they talk about dopamine detox or monk mode? Of course not. This is where my point makes more sense. Successful people don't do these things they told you about. So, how they're that successful? That's because this is their lifestyle. They life like that. They act like them. They're just this kind of person who don't need dopamine detox or monk mode. They just work hard and they can draw conclusions and analyze the environment. It's the reason why you're into self-improvement for some time, but after some days or weeks you stop. It's all because you're not that person. None of these techniques they told you about will help you improving. They teach you wrong way. They talk about some techniques and protocols instead of teaching you how to change your personality and way you act. But there is another side of it. Third point is making money from ads, and this point is closely connected with previous point. Self-improvement YouTubers make money from ads, which are displayed in their videos. Keep it in mind. You need to remember it. Now you already know that successful people don't do these things, which self-improvement YouTubers talk about, right? So, why they talk about it? That's because if you're a self-improvement YouTuber, ideas for content may run out quickly. That's because they created these weird techniques like, for example, monk mode and dopamine detox. If you want to achieve success, you need to have some personal traits and do specific activities. Amount of this activities is actually not that high. There are some simple rules you need to observe when you want to achieve success. The point is, they had to think of other things like monk mode or dopamine detox because if they will not do it, they would record a video about the same topic again and again. People would not watch their videos about the same things, so they would not make money from YouTube. Things and techniques they talk about are made up. Thanks to these invented techniques, they can record more and more content and be more diverse. None of the successful people use these techniques, but self-improvement YouTubers will tell you about them, because their videos will be on a different topic and they will be more diverse, which will result in views. I don't really understand how people didn't notice it. In my opinion, this thing is obvious. If you think that these things I told you about are not correct, here is another point, which will completely change your mind about self-improvement figures. For sure you heard about dopamine detox. Every self-improvement YouTuber made a video about it. They told you that you shouldn't watch YouTube, listen to music, and this kind of things, when in the same time, they edit their videos in the way where dopamine are automatically delivered to your head. I even saw a video when self-improvement YouTuber talk about dopamine detox, and his video is high edited and dynamic, which releases dopamine while watching. It may sound funny, but these are the methods these people follow. Purpose to help you and to become your authority has long ceased to be relevant in this niche. People watch these videos because they want to change, but they end up in an even worse place than they started. Because of these YouTubers, they care about things which doesn't matter. The effect is definitely the opposite. We have gone the wrong way when it comes to searching for life wisdom. Nowadays, everybody looking for advices in the internet, not in reliable sources, and I think that's bad. Even more so now, when the more controversial one is more popular. Influencers are not the best way to find information about the world. Let's be honest, most influencers are not very smart people. So, what you should really do? Where you should find quality knowledge. You should learn from old-school successful figures like, for example, Jordan Peterson, Tony Robbins, and this kind of people. However, you must remember that the world is moving forward, and some of their advice may be outdated. Treat their advice as a guide to what you should do and think how you can use it in a modern way today. Don't misunderstand it. World-changing and improve, you should do the same. Be guided by old-school values, but use modern technology. You don't want to be left behind, you want to be aware of today's world, and you need to think how to use it to your advantage. Every person which achieves success listened to smart people and they read their books. They didn't learn from YouTubers. Think about it. Do you hear how stupid it sounds? The only thing you lack are the right idols and mentors. You didn't achieve success because YouTubers took over the role of mentors and you listened to them instead of successful people. I don't discredit self-improvement YouTubers. I think that they have a lot of knowledge and some of their advices are good and useful, but I also think that they doing unnecessary things they should do. Don't hate the player, hate the game. The self-improvement niche is full of lies, so you should be aware of this and treat the information you hear with caution. You have an amazing gift, which is your mind. Use it, draw conclusions, analyze, train logical thinking. You need to develop views on different situations. Don't misunderstand it. You still should listen to other people's opinions, but don't believe them without thinking about it. You should take their opinions into account, but you question their views and assess whether they are right and sensible for you. The lesson of this video is to be selective about the information you believe and not to believe everything you are told. Much of their advice is actually useful, but most of it is completely useless and ineffective. Write your opinion in a comment, subscribe to this channel, and leave a like button under this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.